As we age, there is nothing more critically important than ensuring our nutritional foundation is strong and secure. Just like a house, if the foundation lacks integrity, it's going to cause us some serious problems in the future. And that's exactly the same with our bodies. The problem today is that so many of our foundational ingredients are compromised. And we need to fix those if we are going to thrive at 50 and beyond. It's time to go back to the basics. So we're going to start from ground zero on the ingredient list. There is one foundational ingredient that represents a huge crack in our nutritional foundation. We use it every single day of our lives. And in fact, it's essential to life. If you eat out, you're getting way too much. And we're often told to limit its use. Do you know what that product is? Of course you do. It's salt. This white salt represents a huge crack in our nutritional foundation, but not for the reasons you're thinking. Yes, we've been socialized over the years to fear sodium, but is sodium the enemy? In a former life, I was involved in the organic food processing business. The first thing I learned was that if anything was white or clear, it had to be bleached and deodorized. These are chemical processes. So I always knew that this salt was not really appropriate for me. I wanted something more pure, more natural. At that time, I actually switched my salt. But little did I know what the real problem was in this white salt. And it's something you need to know. This table salt is 97 to 98% sodium chloride. So I had to get to thinking, what happened to the other 2-3% that's not listed on a label? And what I found was pretty horrifying. When this sodium chloride is extracted, it's actually on the moist side. So how do they deal with that? A decaking agent. That's where your other 2 and 3% is. Now, of course, you're thinking it must be safe. And I wanted to find out for sure. So I thought I'd grab the material safety data sheet on sodium aluminosilicate, also known as food additive E554. Let's get down to it. The first thing we need to note is that there are 8 different names for sodium aluminosilicate. Let's venture down to section 3, hazards identification. Potential acute health effects. Hazardous in case of skin contact, eye contact, ingestion, or inhalation. Severe overexposure can cause death. That's page 1. Potential chronic health effects of sodium aluminosilicate. The carcinogenic effects, not available. Mutagenic effects, not available. Teratogenic effects, not available. Developmental toxicity, not available. How convenient. But right underneath it says, repeated exposure to a highly toxic material may produce general deterioration in health by an accumulation in one or many organs. Are you freaked out yet? I sure hope so. So let's just skim over this. First aid measures just got me going. Eye contact, check and remove contact lenses, flush your eyes, get medical attention. In fact, every section, skin contact, serious skin contact, inhalation, serious inhalation, ingestion, and serious ingestion, all say get medical attention immediately. Doesn't sound like something I want to eat every day of my life. Section 11, toxicological information is where it gets really juicy. First, they identify the routes of entry as being inhalation and ingestion. Of course, we're eating this daily. Chronic effects on humans, not available. Other toxic effects on humans, slightly hazardous in case of skin contact, ingestion, or inhalation. Can you believe this? Special remarks on toxicity to animals, not available. Special remarks on chronic effects on humans, not available. Special remarks on other toxic effects on humans. Acute potential health effects. Skin may cause skin irritation. Eyes, dust may cause irritation. Ingestion, what we do every single day, may cause digestive tract irritation, may affect urinary system, meaning kidney, ureter, and bladder. I don't think I need to go on. Just get on the web and pull up the MSDS on sodium aluminosilicate for yourself. How do they get away with not disclosing it on the label? Well, it's all wrapped up into clever legislation. Sodium aluminosilicate is generally recognized as safe. It's allowed in table salt up to 2% in a fine grind. You're also going to find this sodium aluminosilicate in a few other products. Icing sugar, Parmesan cheese all ground up. Pretty much anything ground is going to have that. I often get people saying, but Martine, I eat sea salt and that's just as good. No, it's not. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but that is no longer the case. 20, 30 years ago, absolutely. Sea salt was an excellent alternative, but today, not a chance. Our seas just aren't what they used to be. They're contaminated and just not the proper place to be harvesting something we're using every single day. The other problem with sea salt is that they also use the decaking agents. What I've learned is that this drive to standardization and consistency is clearly detrimental to us. Because I would never present a problem without giving you a solution. And I've had this solution since 2003. Let me introduce you to Himalayan Salt. I love this salt. What initially attracted me to this salt wasn't the health benefits. It was actually how it looked. I know, coming from the food processing business, that anything that has that perfect consistency is just not good. So I've always been attracted to the imperfections. I have come to appreciate imperfection. You can buy it in the rock form. You can buy it ground. You can buy it in big chunks. Because it's mechanically processed, all of the minerals are intact. Nothing is removed. This product is exactly the same way it was a millennia ago under the sea. But today, it's on top of the Himalayas. And it's as pure as you can get. Now, all of these things are fantastic. But what I really love about this salt is its efficacy. There is nothing that works like it. It doesn't just salt your food. It actually enhances the flavor. Why? Because all of the minerals are intact. They work synergistically in the food just like they do in our bodies. This is super important. Of course, with anything, as they become popular, everybody wants a piece of the action. And the Himalayan salt is no different. We need to be cognitive of where we're buying it, and price is a good place to start. If you're seeing this Himalayan salt at the dollar store, I would think again. If you are seeing it for a ridiculously low price and it's not on sale, chances are your product is compromised. I don't leave room for my products to be compromised. That's why I buy it in its full form, in the rocks, and then I crush it myself. When I have people over, they love doing this. And I know I am getting the purest product possible. If we want to thrive at 50 and beyond, we need to seal the holes in our nutritional foundation, and Himalayan salt is the perfect start. It's time to get rid of the white stuff once and for all. Thank you so much for joining me. I so enjoyed having you and taking you through the world of salt. Of course, you can find me on Instagram and on Facebook, Thrive at 50, and I would just love it if you would subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends and family. Here's to nutritional foundations.